What's going on? Like, who is this guy? Who's the one talking right now? If you feel this way, it's not weird. I've made content for Eve Echoes for 3 years. I haven't done any content in the last 4-5 months maybe. So what's going on? If you think I'm not active in the game, then I let you in on a little secret. I see most of you, even if you do not see me. So even if my channel don't regularly have giveaways anymore that I usually do, doesn't mean I left the game. You could say that I just hide behind other characters. I know that you guys been asking for videos here and there, but to make a long explanation short, NetEase or the devs keeps breaking their promises to me, and I assume to everyone else. Even if we do stuff for the game, you know, all the hard work that we have done and keep doing, the lack of respect only fuel less respect back. But that is of course not true about why my channel don't have as many Eve Echoes videos anymore. Even if my channel always have been about me rather than what game I play, I've always been making different type of videos for different type of games. I do this because it's fun. I don't do it as work, even though it is. So when I see that the views on a video ain't up to my expectations, it doesn't have to be big, but it has to be like within my expectations, then I move on, so to speak. 3 years of Eve Echoes videos and still no notable support from the devs made me find support somewhere else. I still love everyone who plays Eve Echoes, and as I say, I still see you through my other eyes. Now this is AMA for Eve Echoes 2025, and this one might be, I don't know, 2 hours long. I have no idea. I might not cut as much in this video. It might just be something you just put on and listen to, because I thought I will read all the questions that people have asked in the game, as well as all the answers that the developers gave us. I will also have my input where I feel it's needed, or if developers didn't answer, I will say my piece and like what I think, because most of us old school Eve Echoes players, we kind of know where like things are heading. They can of course surprise us, which I hope that this one will do. But yeah, see this as a long episode of me ranting or reading and trying to figure out what the future of Eve Echoes holds. So let's start from the beginning. Monk is saying good morning. This was in the middle of the night, 3 AM. When will we get hauler big enough to transport capital ships? To Yida, as it is currently impossible to fill insurance orders created by this change. It doesn't the Rhea, no, not the Rhea, the Charon, doesn't that one already move capitals? Maybe it doesn't. He also asked, is there any plans for allowing compression of moon ore, which of course it's gonna be, but we'll see what they say. Muffin say, do you have any plans for bombs, updates or new? So we might have some answers for bombs. Notcat says hi. JF say evening everyone. Big D, what's the plan for Titans? That will be interesting. When will we be getting ship naming in the game? When will Capsuleers get station hangars? Stop tagging everyone, it's 3:30. The game will be entering its 5th year in August. This is Tobias Ral. What are some older parts of the game that you feel needs to be updating? F say, do you have any plans to advertise so we get new players? I'm pretty sure they're gonna say no to that one. Do you have any plans to add new non-drone regions to Nullsec for newer and smaller alliances? To claim SOV without renting, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be no. Can we expect station warehouse containers in the future? I think we can expect it. I'm not sure when. It's gonna take time probably. Artso, good evening. When will we be able to repackage and switch Starbreak? None, of course. Just give it time. That's gonna come. E, can you link the site to redeem gift code, please? Did any one of you participate in the giveaway they had? Dude, that was a mess, man. Every time they had like a chance to gain a prize, like even if you clicked like the first millisecond, it always came up, everything has been given out. Every time. People were crazy. They were mad at it. Out of all the new faction battleships, Cobra has the saddest new special attributes. Missile launch bomb. Is there any plans to improve and change this? Choconut is asking, is there a possibility to add thermal nano for faction battleships? Dixie Bell say, when will we get storage containers? Maybe we get answers about storage containers today. Are the cosmic crates going to still come in sets of 10 per event, or is it now 5? Interesting question. Code Harlequin. I'd love to see Mobile Depot item added for in-space fitting changes. Will we see that in the future? I think Mobile Depot. Did I say mobile? Did I say that wrong? I think Mobile Depot will be something in the future, yeah. Cosmic Stargazer, this will probably not be liked at all by anyone, but you guys should give carriers the new close-in weapon system, so when they get defanged, they aren't completely useless. They would probably come up with some close combat carrier that we can buy. When will NetEase stop charging us to play with whom we want? And when we want. It's driving players away. Add all nano cores including supers to the Concord Pass, please. Yeah, we do have it with Concord points, so. But not the supers. Will we see new frigates or updates? Yeah, probably. Godlike Sands, is there any plans to open up translations for alpha players? That's gonna be a no. Gratch, is the moon belt warp glitch being worked on? I'm gonna say count. I'm not sure. It's probably not count. When, if you do, will you fix the delivery system, the Interstellar one? Riddick say, do you have any plans to change how corporation markets are used to make them more user intuitive? Oh yeah. Dixie Bell again. Will we be able to live in the wormhole soon? Ryalex, why your planetary system always get bugged? Are there any plans to buff the Rockwall by either providing more shield or buffering its shield resistance through skills in a manner similar to the Bane? Not sure they're gonna do that. Are we going to have data website? Probably not. Is there any plans to nerf Guardian Dread's auto defense guns? You position 2 of them in a gate and blap scepters. Probably not gonna change that. Quack off, are you fixing the game at all? A lot of unbalanced things here, yeah. The Lord of Toasters. Do we get better indie overall that we don't get so much stuff in boxes? Okay, so it means like not ships in boxes, just like to build them. I really hope so. Rip says, started today and I have no clue what I'm doing. Dude, if you watch this, can you say that in the comments? That would be awesome. Purple Nanocore tradable when? That's gonna be a thing, I think. I think they talked about it. There is an acute problem with the AFC players on the Golden Islands. I think most people on the islands are, very casual players. It's not even a competition. Like if you want to make money, you go to Nosec. If you just want to have a good time and make some money, you go to the islands. It doesn't matter what you say. If you say islands is the biggest issue, I really don't see that. Titans in a box one. Probably. Titans in a box, at least. Hello NetEase team. I'm an Eve Echoes player and I really enjoy the immersive universe that you've created. I wonder if there's any plans to introduce a cooperative defense game mode inspired by mechanics similar to those in other games, such as Warframe. Wow. The idea would be round-based mode where players defend a structure. Like, aren't we doing that in NoSec already? After completing a fixed number of rounds, players would have the options to end the mission and receive the rewards or continue playing to face more rounds and obtain larger rewards. I mean, that could be a thing, I guess, but when will you add large decomposer weapons? Why would you even have that? Why would you want to have that on Dead Leo? But yeah, they're gonna probably do it. They have issues with it. I heard they have some big issues with the decomposer. I don't know. Like, I don't get like what's like. It's just a game. Like, if you work on making games, can't you like just make whatever gun you want? Like, I don't understand like what's the big issue with like decomposers. I don't get it. Any plans to stop people camping portals 24/7s like Yita in Rayo, or they be free to do? Cass, do you play this game? We are finally getting some answers here. Lancelot, Titan is still in preparation. The design and implementation of the Titan ship itself is not difficult. The focus of the entire design work is on the use scenarios of Titan. The current situation is lacking in relevant gameplay and scenarios. If Titans is launched directly, whether the Titan pilot, the Titan manufacturer, or the Titan enemies, they would not have a very good experience. What kind of game experience do you want with a Titan? Unless you're smacking down stations or other Titans or Supras. That's all you have to do. It's like not a solo roaming ship per se. Not sure what they mean. Maybe I shouldn't read everything. Maybe that's a weird thing to do. I'm gonna do it anyway. When will NetEase roll back the absurd standing and diplo changes that are ruining the game? Dal says, with all the new ships and structures that has been released, what kind of new PvE anomaly content do you have planned for the future? That could be an interesting answer on this. Jay say, hello. Are there any plans to allow the special cruisers to use the same nanocores as their older siblings? I think this is gonna be a thing in time. Just give it time, man. They are not very quick. The devs, I don't know, it feels like they take their time. Do you plan to follow EVE Online faithfully, like releasing faction battlecruisers and destroyers, releasing new EVE Online faction and Deathless or Triglavians? Or would you follow your own path, like fleshing out Yanjiang? They will flesh out Yanjiang for sure, but they will probably release Triglavians and probably Deathless. But when will the in-game translation be more comprehensive, since there's many countries that talk to each other? Yeah, the translation could be a lot better. Will there be ship naming soon? Are we going to be able to get the gold nano for faxes and Rockwalls, please? We don't need the AI. That's a good. We don't need the AI. We just need the gold nano. I agree. Yeah. Thank you for all your hard work with the game. Main question is, would it be possible in the near future to add passive shield recharge modules so that people could use passive tank for PvE rather than only active? That's a good one. I think that would be great for the AI. Like if you really want to be I don't know, AFK, that would be really interesting, like really nice. You could probably make that viable in PvP too, but yeah, that would be nice. We actually have recharge modules already, but we need better ones, I guess. Will we see Marauders brought into the game? The Marauders is pretty much the strikers that we have, unless they remake the Marauders into something else. Can we have faction battlecruisers added? Yeah, we probably could. I mean, we got the Annihilator and the SSL, and we don't have that in EVE Online, so they could probably make like their own versions. Art, so again, when will we have the options to run the game at 60 FPS? I actually don't feel too bad with 30 FPS in like in EVE Echoes, but it would probably be a lot better with 60. I just don't think it's an issue, for me at least, but you know, 60 is better than 30, so why not? With War Deck coming, will we be able to engage ships in high sec once a War Deck is declared? No, we will not be able to fight in high sec, and probably never will, but I hope that they see that, like how good the War Deck will be. But we will be able to do it in low sec, but not high sec. What kind of new content can we expect in the next few months, like PvP wise? Okay, so interesting. We have a bunch of same questions. Someone put more waifus and waifu voices. No, come on, Axel. Come on, man. Lima, will you be adding faction statings to the 4 empires? Minmatar, Amar, Kaldari, Galente. I really hope so. I really hope that they bring this up. I would like to know that. So is there any interesting question we have here? Is there any plan to add more content or events? So it's the same questions here. Here we finally got some answers, boys. Wow. When will it be possible to mine the gates? That's a good question. And here's the first question. Do we have to set the bookmark and sort by instance every time we log in? And the answer is good call on that little optimization tip. I've jotted it down to our to-do list for the optimizations as we're planning this year. So in this year, I don't know. Didn't they know this? It's like, oh, let's write this down, okay? I've heard people talk about that for a long time. So the question, when will we get a hauler big enough to transport capital ships? The answer is, at present, the ship Charon, after being upgraded, can transport capital ships to Yida. Oh, okay. As I said. Additionally, a new freighter will be designed for transporting ships, like only ships, and that's the same ship we have in EVE Online, probably. It's expected that the function of compressing moon ores within space stations will be opened first in February or March. Good answers, Cloud. Are you gonna do it like this year, or do you just wanna please us? Do you have any plans to advertise so we can get new players? The overall strategy of the company has led to reduction in promotional spending. Reduction? Did you even have any? However, in the future, we will explore various ways to attempt to increase the advertising budget and activity again. How about you take the money from all the boxes? When will we be getting ship naming in the game? For the first half of this year, the development is basically complete. But since the future involves a lot of systems, we need to give the testers enough time to thoroughly test it. Like, what do you need to test, Pauline? Like, what we're asking is to name our ships. Okay, so this is gonna be weird, but in the beginning, we wanted to name our ships so that we could see what kind of ships is in our hangars. So if I have 5 Vindicators, for example, and I have fitted them differently, I would like to name them Vindicator like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I kill you now. This is a speed demon, and this is a tanking badass or whatever, so that I can see without going into the ship. All right? How can that involve a lot of systems? I think you're talking about like me naming my ship so that when I fly in space, some other dude look at my ship and see, oh, space pussy. Is that it? I'm not sure most of us want that. We want to name the ships so that we can see our own ships. So we can sort it somehow. Right? I can take a hauler, I can name it to cargo container, and I can have stuff in it. That's what we want. The game is gonna be that I'm gonna make a series in this game with just ship names. If I can fly around and see what people have, like different ship names. That's gonna be insane. Just give us ship names so we can name our fucking ships, man. So we know what the fuck we have. We have too many ships in the station. AC, are there cosmic crates going to still come in sets of 10 per event, or is it now 5? Water Nights, we will regularly launch thematic activities. So some activities will be designed to focus more on releasing new content. For the subsequent old series course ships, we will consider adding a variety of more preferential and convenient distribution methods. As for 5 and 10, I can assure you that the next time it will be 10, that the next time will be 10. And there will be a return of old boxes. Okay. The game will be entering 5th year in August. What are some older parts of the game you feel need to be updating? So what will they now update after 5 years? Firstly, it involves a recall of experienced pilots. Oh, so kind of like a lot of people. And the recruitment of new pilots, as well as the content they encounter upon returning to the game. Secondly, there are issues with the inconvenience of warehouse access and purchasing, and the problem of high value ship losses leading to players' attrition as the numbers of such ships increases. Yeah, okay. Purple Nanocore tradable when? We understand that many players have this demand, but we are more focused on the risk behind it. Like RMT or what? In one hand, it will further widen the income gap between single character players and multi-character players. On the other hand, it will also expand the profit-making scope of the RMT. Okay. Although we are still working towards an open approach, improving the trading system, account security system, and reputation system. There's still a long way to go before we fully open up the trading of purple cores. As an alternative, we will try to open up purple core transfer function across characters with certain restrictions. Between characters, like within the same account, or between, or maybe they do it like through ticket. Anyway, that would work. That would work. I mean, this is not a bad answer. I like it. Do you have any plans for bombs, updates, or news? Firstly, we will update the drone bomb. The smart bomb is extremely lethal for Stargate combat. We will only launch it after conducting sufficient test and verification. Alright, when will capsuleers get station hangars? This feature is also part of our optimization plan for this year, and we anticipate completing its development and testing in the first half of the year. What do you need to test, man? I think Ubi said it best, like Jubileus. He said, how hard is it to make like a square ship and name it Hangar? And you cannot undock with it. And you just put your stuff in there. Like, how hard is that? Good evening. When will we be able to repackage and switch Starbreak nanocores? Water Knight says very soon. It is expected to be launched in about half a month. So, okay, very, very soon. Lancelot is talking about this year it is expected that 1 or 2 new faction ships will be added along with their exclusive weapons. These ships will be distributed through events, and there will also be permanent method to obtain them through existing gameplay. We will learn from past experience to balance the acquisition cost for both paths. Dear developers, will there be blue or purple available cores for VAS? There is a plan in place, and it is expected to be released in the BP store first. Do you have any plans to add a new non-drone region to NOSEC? Currently, there are many SOV systems that are unoccupied by pilots after being captured. We will first update the NPC offensive SOV gameplay in the ER region, and then change it to the entire New Eden. Targeting SOV systems are almost undefended, or SOV systems where most NPCs are defeated. So this is, yeah, like we need more players in the game. Cloud, we need more players in the game. Just because it's not occupied doesn't mean people don't want to go there. I mean, you cannot wait until it's filled before you open up new ones. Just open it up, man. Out of all the battleships, Cobra is the saddest new special attribute. Okay, we will continue to monitor the balance and combat performance of each ship, and will continue to make balances and updates throughout the year. Are there any plans to allow special cruisers to use the same nanocores? The reason for using the old faction battleship core on the advanced faction battleship is that we consider the large and concentrated number of holders in this part. So we exceptionally allow different ships with the same nano to share the same core. In the future, we will also gradually open up more similar non-conflicting ships with the same name to share the cores. Oh, interesting. That is an interesting sentence right there. We will also gradually open up more similar non-conflicting ships with the same name, with the same core. Is there a possibility to add thermal nanocore for the faction battleships? We plan to introduce the commonly used and easily obtainable cores for the ships of different tonnage, which is expected to happen the first half of this year. I think, is that a yes? I don't know. Is there a plan to rework industry to use more minerals and less ISK? Last year, we already had been gradually carrying out industrial updates. Just like the update released yesterday, this year more changes will be released. I don't think it's even like, it's not even close enough to what we want it to be. It's like you're removing stuff and you're adding like the button price every time. I don't know. I think, yeah, this has to be a big change here. With all the new ships and structures we have released, what kind of new PvE anomaly content do you have planned for the future? PvE content will still not be the focus, as repetitive PvE can easily become monotonous. Yeah, I mean, it is. It doesn't matter if they make new ones. It's gonna be boring anyway. Different scales of PvP and PvPvE will be our priority. PvP content, small team battles, individual combat tournaments, very interesting. PvPvE content, opening the new 8 regions faction war gameplay, also very interesting. PvE content, new items will be added to the existing type, but there are currently no definitive plan to add a brand new PvE large system. There will be medium and small scale updates. Do we get better indie overall and not so much stuff in boxes? We are planning to make adjustments to the stuffing a large number of items into a box approach. And these adjustments will be developed and released in sync with the mall modification. Okay, so I don't know, we're still gonna have a lot of stuff in the boxes. It's fine, just don't like keep putting the stuff back into boxes. Like the first week The first week? I mean, let people buy it the first week and then don't. You're giving out like navies, like Navy battleships in boxes. You started with it like a year ago and you still do it today. Like, are we ever gonna build them? And we got, Cosmos Stargazer, who said this will probably not be liked by anyone, but could you guys give carriers the new close-in weapon? The close-in weapon system is still in testing phase with many data points requiring verification and adjustments. In the future, as the technology matures, it will be progressively installed on other dreadnoughts and carriers, etc. However, its performance will be lower than of that of the Bodyguard Dreadnought. Probably just said that so we get the Bodyguard Dreadnought today. Do you plan to follow EVE Online faithfully, like releasing faction battle cruisers, destroyers, or releasing the new Deathless or Truglavians? We will do it both. Will we see new frigates or updates to current frigates this year? There will definitely be multiple updates regarding frigates, but there's no definitive plan yet. Good morning, tell me what actions are planned to be taken for the influx of new EVE Echoes players. Lancelot says, I feel for the new players. The positive feedback in the early stages is the most important. However, under our existing framework, the early economy is completely open, which makes it difficult for us to provide new players with a very dense positive feedback rewards. Therefore, we not only need to gradually progress from easy difficulty in the early gameplay, but also adjust the binding circulation ratio in the early stages to fully provide fun and growth for beginners. I'm not sure I fully understand. I don't know. They will do some stuff at least. Is the Moonbelt warp glitch being worked on? There are no plans to adjust this gameplay. Okay. When, if you do, will you fix the delivery system? If you know of any bugs. Okay, that's funny. They are getting tired of answering questions already. Wow, okay. Do you have any plans on changing how the corporate market are used to make them more intuitive? If we have an idea that could make it more intuitive for him, we will make the adjustments. Do you have any plans to change how corporation markets are used? Oh no. Oh, that's the same quest. We currently do not have a good solution. If you have any suggestions. Okay. With War Deck coming, are we able to engage ships in high-sec area? That's gonna be a no. We will implement similar features in 2 steps: challenges and 2 declarations of war. However, the declaration of war is targeted at nullsec corporations and nullsec regions. We will not open declaration of war in high-sec. We will not open. That's so weird. You got 24 like downvotes, and how do you see the war declaration to work? Like if you have it in nullsec where it is free for all already, it kind of misses the point, doesn't it? I thought, like, I was for sure that was gonna be like the start of it, and eventually, you know, when you got it to work, Netties, then you put it to high-sec. But here Lancelot says we will not open it in high-sec, so it's gonna be in low-sec and null-sec only, which is pretty much what we already have, except like if you do this war declaration, you can pay money too for fighting instead of just fighting and not paying money. I don't know. I mean, it's better to pay money and then have a war. I think personally I like to pay more money just to have the same fight. That's just me. Ixabel is asking for the wormholes. It won't be updated soon. The method of entering wormholes are a difficult issue. Yeah. How can it be, and how can that be hard? How is like entering a wormhole harder than going into like a nihilist space or like a Stargate? Like is it a real wormhole that you're gonna implement in the game? Why your planetary system always gets bugged? Because that bug has not been fixed yet. Oh my god, man. Yeah, that's a good fuck. With all the new ships and structures that has been released, what kind of new PvE anomaly content do you have planned for the future? Pauline says, to add some extra information to Lancelot's answer, we are not focusing on large-scale PvE gameplay, but we will still occasionally throw in some PvE challenges for everyone during events. Take for example this Waste Seeker combat test, which is really interesting and fun, so try it out, boys. By the way, the later stages are going to get progressively tougher, and they will definitely give a bit of a headache. But don't worry, these challenges are risk-free, so feel free to experiment with different fittings and give them a try. I like Pauline. Is there any plan to add more content or events obtaining basic nanocores for ships like the Science Sea? That's a good question. Water Knight say, when launching new ships, we will strive to simultaneously adapt them to the nanocore to ensure basic experience, for example, the Marshall class. Yeah, I mean, we need to be able to get the capital nanocores reliably through in-game. Are there any plans to buff the rock wall either by providing more shield? I don't think that's gonna be a yes. It's possible. And it's also not possible. I would not read through this because I think we kind of got the gist of it when I read like the small like text above the answer. But I'm going to read Taylor Rick's one. First off, I love you, Cloud. It also sounds like Google Translate broke. Did you say that you see no use for Titans? How about make them able to crack citadels? Yeah, exactly. We need to be able to destroy T-Force, not Entosis. Perfect, yeah, destroy the Entosis. Can't we have a ship that destroys Entosises? We can have it. It's called Reprocess. Felsharon, I'm gonna read that one too. That champion right here. Good morning, is there any plans to improve loading into the game? Currently it's buggy. It takes like 40 seconds to get the character screen and may need to reload several times. I'm on Samsung S24 Ultra. I've tried Wi-Fi 5G. Wow. That's okay. So I have problem in the game but not logging into the game. But okay, so if we can Reaper, we're gonna read Reaper's ones. In 2025, are we going to see more content for ships on the lower end of ship tree, like cruisers and below? Interesting. Vladimir, where can I paste the gift code? Matty, minus 40% Science Sea insurance. Yeah, hell yeah. Here we got an answer. When will NetEase roll back the absurd standing and diplo changes that are ruining the game? Our goal is to prevent any single alliances from expanding indefinitely, thus accumulating excessive external dominance and internal financial power. To achieve this, we will adjust the rules, but whether the goal can be ultimately achieved is not up to us. It needs to be created in conjunction with the players. This goal cannot be accomplished through simple rule changes in a short time. We will need a longer period of iteration, along with receiving player feedback and observing data changes to complete this task. Here we go. Are there any plans to stop players camping 24/7 like Yida and Enrayao, or they be free to do whatever? We will restrict 24/7 scouting and farming. Of course, it's fine to stay in the station, but this ability to scout the local pilot list may be limited. How are you gonna do that? Is there any plans to make a publicly accessible test server? We actually had that. Previously, we provided the test server for mod and CC, but due to the data characteristics of EVE, it's difficult to add an hypothetical server, and the server is often unmaintained. As the number of users gradually decreases, the server no longer works. Since the demand cannot serve many people, we need to evaluate the situation again for making the decision. If it can bring more creators, we can consider reopening it. So if I can ask you, Exile, like what kind of creators do you want? No, I'm gonna ask this to like all the developers. What exactly do you want in terms of creators? You guys have creators. You had creators. I was one of them. I am one of them. But I mean, unless you interact with us in any way, what exactly do you want? Like if PewDiePie were here, would you open up the hypothetical server then? Some other like really large YouTuber that would never play this game? You do understand that you need to fucking man up and take us seriously? I mean, I made 1,000 videos of EVE Echoes. That's one video every day for 3 years. I did everything that you guys wanted. I did everything I said I was gonna do. And you guys didn't do anything that you guys said that you would do for us. We helped you. We answered the questions. We did all the extra surveys. The only thing that I think that we actually got is a thank you. I mean, sure, you pay for the Omega. I guess that's something. But honestly, If you want more CCs or more creators for this game, you should try to be humble and you should listen to what we say. Rise say, please add more skins. We want a variety of ships on all skins. This year there is planned to decouple the skins from the nanocore to a certain extent, making it more convenient to change the appearance. Of course, this work is not the highest priority and may not be scheduled as planned, but we already have an initial plan. So you have an initial plan for this year to decouple the skin or decouple the skin from nanocores that no one has asked for, and this is not the highest priority. It's actually not the highest priority in the game, and you still are working on that when the highest priority should be something that we ask for. We ask for hangars, we ask for naming our ships, we ask for wormholes, we ask for whatever we ask for. You don't do, you do this instead. I mean, decouple the skin, sure, that could be cool. Like I can take whatever from my Bane and I can put that on my Chimera or whatever. Sure, that could be cool, but I mean, we never asked for it. Who asked for that? I mean, who really did ask for it? This is one of the issues that I have with the developers and this game. I mean, we are telling you what we want because we talk to people. We talk to everyone who played this fucking game. We talk to everyone. We know what people want. You do not know what people want. You know what you want and you still don't do it. Filament system needs editing. Please roll back to using filaments. The answer here. Just use Warp Disruptor. How do I read all of this without clicking on it? It's stupid. But yeah, he's talking about it's like it's hard to cap, like it's hard to get people. Like he's saying like it's hard to catch people, and he's like just use Warp Disruptors. That's a yep. My wife recently started playing with me. Would it be possible to do a family plan style of Omega Duo? Interesting question. It seems that you have a lot of experience in the commercial planning. We have a similar feature planned, Omega Gifts, but only for reputable veterans players to give, to avoid negative situations like grey market account recharge service. Renting ships is also a topic we have discussed before, but it has never been implemented. In the shelved proposal, ship rentals would be beneficial through Faction Wargame. Okay, interesting. Very cool, very nice. With all the new ships and structures that has been released, what kind of new PvE anomaly content do you have planned for the future? More difficult, more interesting versions that includes personal PvE and small PvPvE. Oh my god. Transporting nanocores around is cumbersome and risky. Would it be possible to get a feature like a library where we could spawn the nanocores from a vault? The nanocore is a high value asset for pilots. Moving forward, we plan to change it to our database upload format where pilots can directly download it and use it to assemble interface at any time without taking unnecessary. Okay, so they're gonna fix that. They're gonna make sure that we do not have to transport the nanocores, which I've never had actually, but some people actually are. Okay. Are we going to be able to get gold nanocore for faxes? Yes, this half of the year. Good. Thank you all for the hard work. And here's a question about the passive shield recharge. The answer is there are many new modules in the dev plan, including this. So very good. Actually very good. Will we see Marauders brought into the game? There's no battlefield suitable for them now, but it may appear later. Speaking over RMT, you already acknowledged, is there actually anything that can be done to prevent it? Or is it gonna be if you get caught, you get caught? Lancelot says, in 2024 we have noticed a collective reports of RMT activities within larger alliances and NetEase themselves. Since RMT often occurs outside the game and cannot be linked to in-game characters, it can be challenging for us to obtain a complete chain of evidence for bans. However, if the items or ISK involved in these RMT's activities are produced by scripts and these actions occur within the game, it is easy for us to investigate. Therefore, if players encounter RMT activities and suspect the use of scripts, they are encouraged to actively report bots within the game. So if you do RMT but you do not use scripts, then it's fine, it seems, because then they can't find out. Is that what they're saying? And also, you are encouraged to actively report them. So you are encouraged to actually do their own work to find out where the bots are. How about if I can find someone who's botting and I report him, would it be possible if I got like a reward? And also on the other hand, if I report someone and he is not a bot, could I then also get punished? Think about that one, because that would be great. Some corporations have completed and won the events run by NetEase and still haven't received the rewards. Waterknight say, firstly, the process of customizing rewards has a long production cycle, and collecting pilots' customization requests and producing the rewards takes a significant amount of time. Additionally, disputes may arise over the distribution of the rewards due to changes in the position of Legion leaders. We are currently planning to optimize these rules to ensure that every pilot receives the proper honor and rewards they are due. As rewards from previous seasons, if pilots encounter any issues, they can send information to a customer service at any time, and we will help to investigate and resolve the matter. I think people do that all the time, and that's what he's talking about. They are supposed to get it, but they still haven't got it. Pauline says this year we will also be adding more new ships of various types, such as FF, DD, CL, CABS, etc., and new content as previously mentioned. To the new DD and FF may lean towards tactical functions rather than dealing more damage. We might continue with a design of EO, or perhaps create some original designs based on the principle of EVO designs. Interesting, so they might actually give us some new ships with new designs. Please do not get us like Infinite Lagrange or shit, I don't know. Titan class vessels require more time to prepare, and we will find a suitable time to release them. By the way, due to the high cost of constructing a Titan class ship, we do not want to see pilots become frustrated and go AFK after accidentally losing their Titans. Dude, are you... Yeah, so how are you gonna do that? It's gonna be expensive. It kinda sounds like you want people not to care when they lose their Titans. Would you consider adding Rex for rat fighters that could potentially drop fighter relevant loot? Oh my god. No, we will increase the chance of NPC carriers dropping fighters, but we will not add Rex for fighters. They're too small and too many. I agree. It would be nice to have more small, medium and large drones. We have plans to add this content. The initial plan is to adopt some linkage methods, obtain art resources from other games. Oh my god, no. Similar to the linkage with Mobile City Alpha last year. Okay, so we're gonna get, you know, like Super Mario drones or something. Very cool. I can't wait to never buy that. Is there any plans to nerf Highsec Islands? Lancelot says after several adjustments, the output of Highsec Islands is already lower than that of Nome. Yeah, as I say, there should be no need to further nerf in terms of efficiency. The players who remain there are mostly casual players with limited time, or those who need to find a vacation from the nullsec corp life. Further nerf would not attract them to nullsec, but instead leave them with nowhere to go. I agree. Further nerf on islands will not attract them to nullsec, but probably leave the game. I agree. If we look on the bright side, the existence of Jita and Highsec Islands actually make it more convenient for alliances to find potential new members. Yeah, you can go there and try to recruit them. When will we be able to analyze VAC course? Soon. It is expected that in February to March, additional content related to the Intelligent Nanocore will be added. Will the possibility of transporting unpackaged ships be added for specialized trucks? It will not be open for now. The nesting of boxes within boxes for dozens of layers is quite fatal. Can we expect in the future to have an option to not entoce the citadels and kill them instead? Oh, it's a good one. CCP Nox. Pauline, we have noticed the various feedback and issues related to SOV Warfare. We will be making a series of adjustments to Elias's SOV Warfare to increase combat activity in the New Eden universe. This year we will be making several significant adjustments to SOV Warfare and star system structures, including unanchoring and destruction. Very good. Put a fire on that one. Gold Industrial Ship Nanocore. Waterknight, it is part of the plan. In the near future, people will be able to use the intelligent nanocore to happily mine and become an intelligent miner. Why continue to break SOV rules and ignore the underlying problem that makes SOV warfare pointless? Timer tanking. This year there will be more updates on insurance and the market than the last year. Alright, so even more updates on insurance. Very cool. Will we see large decomposers? Lancet. Currently we are remaking the art models for decomposers. We expect to recreate the actual weapon effect for decomposers this year, including the large scale decomposers as well as the corresponding new ships. You know what I mean. When will we get level 2 capital rigs? This year. So this year we're gonna get level 2 capital rigs. Very nice. Our first session of AMA is about to end. So that's pretty much end, I guess.